Hi, we are Team 29 Data Science for Operations and Planning at Durham Public Schools. I'm Alexandria Thomas, and I'm here with my team, Avery Hodges, Saprit Sahota, and Dylan Sand. DPS Growing Together Initiative. Durham Public Schools has not significantly changed its school boundaries in 30 years. So their goal with it Growing Together initiative is to, one, redraw school boundaries, two, create a new weighted lottery system for school choice for families, and three, to create additional programs for disadvantaged students. So what will they need to do this? Well, they're going to need socioeconomic data from Durham families that can influence school demographics. And our solution to that is to analyze socioeconomic data on Durham that will inform DPS decisions on how to redraw school boundaries. So where are we getting this from? From the decennial census, which is a 10-year survey conducted for every US citizen every 10 years, and the American Community Survey, which is a random sample size every single year. And so census geography, just so that you guys know what we're talking about, we're going to be talking specifically about census tracts, block groups, and census blocks, which is in that rectangle on the bottom half of the page, and that's a subdivision of counties. So as you can see, Durham County has 68 census tracts, and these just provide smaller sample sizes for our data.
So talking specifically about our project, one of the biggest parts of our project was creating poverty indices reflected on 3 different counties for Durham County. We reflected these indices off Wake County, North Carolina, Berkeley, California, and Chicago, Illinois, respective methodologies in combination with these principal component analysis to calculate these, the indices. And so each index out of the 3 are based on a unique subset of socioeconomic, demographic, and other variables. So they should be unique from each other. And as you can see on the right, there's this tier category system that Berkeley and Chicago use, where the darker purple refers to the highest poverty category or tier, and the lighter green refers to the lowest poverty, or the lowest yellow corresponds to the lowest poverty. And as you can see, even though we use these 2 indices are completely different and they use separate variables, we see similar trend that the highest poverty is concentrated towards the center of Durham. And just another method, we use principal component analysis to generate these 3 maps of all 3 indices, Wake County, Berkeley, and Chicago. And again, even though we're using 3 unique subsets of variables to calculate these indices, we're seeing similar results where the highest poverty is concentrated in the center of Durham. Just promising to see that, no matter which methodology or you use, if you're going to implement this 2-weighted lottery system to give more weight on a tract or block group, you see that, the indices are pretty similar across the board. And this is also supported with correlation matrices. The correlations are super high across the board, over 0.9 for in most cases, saying that these indices, while they're calculated with different variables, are more or less, yield the same results.
So another thing that we did was using the SF package in R, we were able to visualize DPS's market share in its own in Durham County. We were able to calculate the percentage of DPS charter other private students throughout the county. An example of that map is on the right, and then the table that we created is on the bottom. We also did this in DPS's 982 planning units, seeing where DPS students are going to school. We also did this by school boundary tables as well.
Another part was looking at what are the contributing factors in regards to the DPS market share. So we created 2 regression models to better understand what those underlying factors were using backwards selection. So what's next for DPS? One would be continuing to work on modifying and finalizing those regression models to better understand what the factors are that drive DPS market share for both a census perspective as well as through market share or through planning unit, and then as well as working with our project lead as well as other leaders within the community to see how future policy can be implemented, as well as additional school boundary changes can be made. Thank you.